Greetings, ESL 106. We are here, Module 6. We're looking at vocabulary from page 145 at the end of Unit 2. Hopefully, you're ready to take on this longer list of words that I've put in chart 2C. So hopefully you've been able to open up that chart, take a look at these words. Some of them should look familiar to you. We've been looking at these words throughout Unit 2. We're going to take a look at the 15 sentences that are on page 145 in this video. So this is a good place to pause. You want to do those sentences first before I give you all the answers, just to see if you have the same ideas that I do about how these words might work best to complete each of these sentences. So let's take a look together. We're just going to start with these sentences and ask what is the part of speech that it needs, and then which word from our list would work best in that sentence to complete it. So let's just go through these first 7 sentences, taking a look at number 1. Number 1 says something, it is possible to blank DNA yet. Sorry, it's a question. Is it? Is it possible to blank DNA yet? So I know that after to, I'm going to use a verb, right? And I need to choose a verb here that I could use with this context, with DNA. Which verb from up in that box would you choose to talk about DNA? So I said synthesize. Some of you may have said sequence. I used sequence in another answer. Sequence could work as well, to sequence DNA or to synthesize DNA yet. Either one could work. We're going to see where I used sequence in another one. Let's take a look at number 2. Number 2 says, some mushrooms contain blank chemicals. So I see chemicals as my noun. I'm going to need an adjective, right? A type of chemicals. And what type would be the kind that make people very sick? Hopefully you chose the word toxic, meaning poisonous, describing chemicals that would make people sick. You can find those in mushrooms. Let's keep going. Number 3, we're just in the planning blank of this project. And that is going to need a noun, right? The planning stage, something, a noun that would work. Talking about a project, talking about all the different parts. If you chose phase, that's a good answer. That means stage or phase or step of this project. So I agree with you. Take a look at number 4, guys. What part of speech do we need? I see the word will. They hope will something. I know I need a verb after will. So many people are buying products. They hope will something weight loss. But most of these products are not effective. What's a good verb that I could use with weight loss? If you use promote, I agree with you. People buy products that they hope will support or promote weight loss. Take a look at number 5, guys. What part of speech is missing? Again, I have a modal. They can something, even very small amounts. I need a verb after can. Let's take a look at which verb we might need. Talking about dogs. Dogs have a very powerful sense of smell. So we're talking about the senses. Which verb would you use to talk about their senses? I use detect. They can detect even very small amounts of chemical substances with their powerful smell. Moving on to number 6, I see that I have the expression people who suffer from something pain. Pain is a noun here, and I'm going to describe that pain with an adjective. So which adjective would you use to describe pain, a kind of pain? Hopefully you chose chronic. Chronic is that kind of pain that happens over time, that is probably very difficult to get rid of, to solve, different from acute pain that happens suddenly. Chronic pain goes on and on over time. Number 7, I see that the hospital has a new building. It's for new patients with heart and lung something. I need a noun here. Talking about patients with heart problems or lung problems. What's a word that I could use to talk about patients? If you use the word disorder, that would work. They have a heart condition or a heart disorder. That works well here for number 7. So guys, before we go on, let's just say all these words, these 7 vocabulary words together. We have synthesize, synthesize, and I'm listening for where to put the stress, right? Synthesize gets it in the beginning. Toxic, toxic, phase, only one syllable there, phase. Promote, promote. Detect, detect. Let's see, chronic, chronic, and disorder, disorder. We're going to keep moving here. For the next half, we have more sentences using these words. Let's look at number 8. Number 8 starts, water is a blank. I know that I need a noun here. After the word I'm going to use a noun, a something made of hydrogen, oxygen, and hydrogen. What would be a good noun to describe something made of 2 things? Hopefully you chose the word compound. A compound bringing together these 2 elements. Number 9, what part of speech do I need until we know the blank of the election? Okay, we had a sentence like this back in earlier list in Unit 2, and I know I'm talking about the results, right? And I can see that this one came from 2A, I believe. So I need something, I need a noun that's talking about the results. Which noun did you choose? I chose outcome also. That's talking about the results of the election or the outcome of the election. Number 10, let's take a look at this. What part of speech do I need? Talking about reaching several blank villages. So I need something to describe the word villages or small towns. I need an adjective, right? A descriptor. And which adjective would you use to talk about villages that are difficult to reach? I used isolated. Isolated villages, meaning they're difficult to reach. They're remote. Let's take a look at 11. Oh, number 11, sorry, has a blank effect. And this is going to be a place where I need another adjective. I need an adjective that describes the effect that exercise might have. And we're talking about health professionals, medical professionals, saying that it has really a very therapeutic effect. It has a good effect, a healing effect. It does therapy on us. Good work, guys. Let's keep going. Number 12. I see that we're talking here, discoveries have unexpected applications. Unexpected blank applications. So again, I need another adjective, right? I had therapeutic effects and isolated villages. What kind of applications? Which adjective would work here? Talking about discoveries. Clinical applications. I hope you chose that. Clinical applications is talking about the way things are applied in real situations, clinical situations with patients and doctors. Scientists make discoveries about compounds and drugs, and they later have unexpected clinical applications. And here, clinical is talking about in the doctor's office, in the clinic, right? With real patients. Number 13, in 2000, scientists were able to, I see that I need a verb here. They were able to do something to the human genome for the first time. And this is where I wanted to use sequence. So as we talked about, sequence could have been used in number 1 to talk about DNA, but I know that in 2000, scientists were able to sequence the DNA of a human genome. And that was a big deal. I use the word sequence here in order to help me finish that sentence. Number 14, the people who will blank the greatest benefit. I know I need a verb here after will. What would you use? Which verb goes well with benefit? People who will something the greatest benefit. I use derive. Derive a benefit from, and you're going to see that with derive, I often use from, right? You're going to derive something from something. In this sentence, derive a benefit from a new program. The last one, if you blank your energy. Okay, I know I need a verb here. If you spend your energy on solving the problem, right? What's a good verb from this list that means to spend your energy? I said concentrate. If you concentrate your energy on solving the problem, you will find a solution. Really here, concentrate means to focus your energy, right? To put all of your energy into one area. So good work, guys. Let's say these words. Compound, using it as a noun, right? Compound, outcome, outcome, isolated, isolated, therapeutic, therapeutic, clinical, clinical, sequence, sequence, derive, derive, concentrate, concentrate. And there you have 15 words, many of them familiar to you. So I want you to go ahead and review those words. You can use page 145 to review them. You're going to need, to practice as much as possible with Quizlet to make sure you know these words. Copy them into your notebook. You'll see more examples for you on page 305. And there's a quiz for you. And you'll see this in Module 6. Quiz 2C is going to ask you more questions about different ideas using these vocabulary words. Guys, you will find these 15 words will be very helpful